vices. We all have them. Some of us like to get Thai massages with a happy ending. Some of us like to drink a lot. And some of us like to do really hardcore drugs all the time. I'm not saying any of those are bad. They should be called my daily regiment. Inherent vice. There's not really a middle ground for this movie. Now, going into Inherent Vice, I'm thinking it's a movie about all kinds of vices. Like the ones you spin and crush things in or hold things while you hammer nails into them, or while you cut holes out for a really creepy mask to put on and wear in Halloween and scare every child so you can take their candy. Like, that's what I'm thinking, what type of vice. But it wasn't that vice. It's not that inherent vice. This inherent vice is, I don't know, about drugs a little bit. And it's basically about some detective who likes to do drugs, who's searching for someone. A great director from it, Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm a big fan of him. I love his movies. Some of his movies. This goes into the weird category. This goes into there wasn't enough vices in this movie. And there's a lot of vices. There's a lot of drug use, which, hey, I'm totally up for. I'm totally into when there's drug use. There's no doubt about it. Give me a line, snorting it all day long. And that's what this story is all about. The drugs aren't always bad. They're just a vice. And more importantly, this movie was about like some woman disappearing. Joaquin Phoenix is in this movie. I'm a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix. One, I can never spell his name. Two, I don't know if it's Joaquin or Joaquin. I think it's Joaquin. So I'm always confused by his name alone. He knows how to knock it out of the park. And the whole time, I forget that it's Joaquin Phoenix. I'm thinking it's some dude who's a hippie. And he's a drugged up private eye, which, hell, that's the private eye I'm hiring and when I die. You have people like Josh Brolin in it. Like, Josh Brolin's a pretty cool actor. No, I'm not kidding. I'm a big fan of Josh Brolin. He's a pretty badass dude. I must say it. I'm confused. I don't know who's who. I don't know what's going on. Matter of fact, I think about 10 minutes in I was bored. I literally wanted to smash my head into a brick wall. That's how bored I was. But you gotta be, if you love a movie like this, you have to basically love boring movies. You have to love slow, elaborate movies that want to weave you a tapestry of confusion. And maybe that was the idea. Maybe the idea was to weave that tapestry. But I'll be honest, I just think overall, the movie was just shitty. I was confused the whole time. I didn't know what was going on, when it was going on, how it was going on, why it was going on. 10 minutes in, the only way I could get through this movie was to turn on 2X. Now, I'll be honest. You turn a movie on like this into 2X, harder to stay attuned to what's going on. Boy, you get through that movie much faster.
Overall, Inherent Vice, I'm not a big fan. There wasn't enough vices. I thought it was going to delve deeper into the vices of people. Maybe it's going to show people cutting fewer lines. Maybe it's going to show people shooting up. Maybe it's going to be showing people smoking a ton of dope. It didn't do any of that. It showed a little bit of it, but not enough for me.
I give this movie a 3 out of 10. I couldn't even, it's a jumbled mess. I would have been better off paying someone to give me the biggest wedgie. Just lifting me up. So even the front kind of rips into my junk, right? Where the taint almost gets cut from the underwear going up, where it starts to rip in the center. That would have been way better than watching this movie all the way through. And I watched it. I watched the whole thing. But after 10 minutes, it was 2 times the speed. So it's harder to watch and understand what everyone's saying. Because they all sound like chipmunks, which actually made the movie a little bit better, especially if you dosed up on acid or, my drug of choice sometimes, LSD. Just saying. Peppermint candies are great. And after watching this review, you're probably like, man, I want a peppermint candy. But you probably don't have one. So you probably should just subscribe and comment and do all that stuff. And look, if you have a question, you want something reviewed, hit me up. I'm your bro.